It's the NFL on EA Sports, where representatives from the AFC and NFC will square off. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday night.
20 miles west of downtown Dallas, one of the league's grand settings, AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Good to be in the booth with Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Greg, this is a passing league. You know that from your days. It's evolved even more into a game in the air. And boy, do we have a couple of quarterbacks who know all about moving their team via the pass.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see this ball thrown early and often throughout the game. And anyone who loves offensive football, this is certainly a treat. And you said it, Mike. This league has turned more and more with each passing season into a passing league. If you can't throw, if you can't generate points through the air and explosive plays, it is going to be very difficult to compete and win week in and week out in today's modern NFL.
Here is Cam Little, ready to get this thing started. And off we go from spectacular AT&T Stadium. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
And here we see Dak Prescott taking the field, Mike, coming off what a lot of people thought was an MVP caliber season. He finished runner-up, of course, to Lamar Jackson. And people love to nitpick Dak's game. I don't know if it's because he plays for the Cowboys and people love to hate. But regardless, he is as talented as they come. He is the leader of that team. He needs to have the postseason success that he has found in the regular season. Once he does that, I'm not sure what's left to nitpick. Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
On play action, here's Dak. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. Third down coming up.
I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all three downs.
And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. Leading them out, the former #1 overall pick back in the 2021 draft, it's Trevor Lawrence.
And after studying this quarterback, Mike, I really like the way he carries himself. He really takes accountability. Every time there's something that goes wrong, he puts it on his shoulders. And every time there's success, he's always the first one to give it to everybody else. That's the kind of leadership role you're looking for out of this position, and I think this guy's a great example of it. Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
Play action now. It's Lawrence. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
11 yards on the pass there. First down, Jacksonville.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Quick throw here is complete. Here's 2nd and 9. In the pistol, here's Lawrence. He finds his tight end. That's Brenton Strange.
Initially, when the quarterback looked his tight end's way, I thought he had a chance for a big pickup. He had nice separation there early. But let's give credit to the defense. They were able to rally quickly to the ball and keep that from being an even bigger game.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for the first with ETN.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On the draw, the give to ETN. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They go play action for Lawrence. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
What really stood out to me, Mike, was the body language of the middle linebacker prior to the ball being snapped. So often we see the guy who's blitzing, they get a little antsy and they tip their hand. But that wasn't the case here. He times it perfectly. Nobody accounts for him, and he comes away with the sack.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Taking off, he'll try to get there. The ball comes out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands.
Had they been in a different part of the field, Mike, we're talking about that outcome very differently. He's very fortunate to be outside the numbers where that ball took a friendly bounce, and he's saved by it going out of bounds. Now it brings up 4th down. If they ultimately decide to keep the offense on the field, we're going to look back on that ball harmlessly going out of bounds as a big moment in this game.
And that one not placed as well as he had hoped. It's all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. And he'll get 4 here up to the 24-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
On the ground, here's the rookie who played in-state at Austin. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, Cowboys.
You can see the trust they have in this running back and the offensive line. You're facing a 3-and-out. You're trying to extend this drive, turn around, hand it to the guy behind you, and let him do the rest.
Dak going to throw it here on first down. He's got the tight end, Luke Schoonmaker. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He's got it at the 7, and they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. Here's a run. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. They'll try to run this one in. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
You can see the running back. He's waiting patiently for that cutback lane to open, and it just never did. Great job by the defense continuing to string that play out sideways, and they're able to take him down for a loss.
3rd and goal for Prescott. He's got it at the 3.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
On 4th down, here's Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal try. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Cowboys will take a 3-0 lead.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
On the return, it's Parker Washington. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the 1st quarter. So we are through 1 on Sunday Night Football. It's the Cowboys with the early edge. We're back to Arlington in a moment. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. A quick slant into the hands of Thomas. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
First and 10. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. He makes one man miss, but stopped quickly as they hold him to a gain of 1. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll run it once more with ETN. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. Lawrence. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves first and goal inside the low red zone.
Now Lawrence on the bootleg. He's going to keep it himself.
It's a nice job here defensively. Down here tight, it's easy to be so concerned about stopping the pass that you lose sight of the quarterback when he decides to become a runner. Not the case here. Picks up a little positive yardage, sets up second and goal.
They need 6 for the touchdown. Second and goal. Now this looks like a design run. And he got half of what he needed from the 6 to the 3.
Down in the red zone, design quarterback runs are a handful for defenses to account for. But in this case, give them credit. Not a lot of room to maneuver here for the quarterback, and they keep it to a short game.
Lawrence from the gun here on third down. Good blocking, and he's in. Trevor Lawrence, touchdown Jaguars.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Jaguars move out to a 7-3 lead. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Short kick taken just inside the 20. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready for this next possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. That's complete left side to Pickens. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now a give up the middle. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Here's Dak to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
They'll run it on the inside handoff, and he'll get about 5. On second down, it's Dak. Now he'll run.
These plays just kill you on defense. The pressure's good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
Here's 3rd and 2. Prescott now. He's got his man. It's Pickens.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that will be a bit of a letdown.
A give left side. Here's Williams. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
In motion, Lamb. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play. 7-3 is the score, with 2 minutes to play in the first half. Greg and I, back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium after this. On 3rd down, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys are back within 1. It's 7-6.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Washington now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Lawrence now to the left side. It's caught by Brown. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They put Strange in motion. A first down throw for Lawrence. That's complete to ETN. And they're going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well, down inside the 20.
You can't teach speed, and a guy like this is just a nightmare for these linebackers. He's got a running start at them. You have no idea which way he's going to go, and he ends up just running right by you.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Looking middle, and he's got Brown. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Back to throw. Lawrence. Now a screen set up for ETN. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Cam Little for this field goal attempt. This about as short as you can get. Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. In the first half, we saw a strong outing from Trevor Lawrence. He was able to take it in himself for the game's only touchdown. And you wonder if this coaching staff will ask him to do a bit more the rest of the way. These 2 teams leave in the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. On the return, it's Tank Bigsby. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Travis Etienne and the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. Lawrence now to throw on first down. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That one good for 26 yards.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw, still result in a big game.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Etienne. He's beyond midfield to the 45. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Now here's Lawrence. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. They get the conversion on third down. It was a gain of 27.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
They put Strange in motion. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. This one is caught, and it's the tight end, Strange. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
2nd and 7. Now Lawrence. That's taken in by Brown. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He'll try, and he's into the end zone. Trevor Lawrence, touchdown Jacksonville. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
Little on now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Jaguars are able to extend the lead. It's now 17-6. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This one brought in at the 16-yard line. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. On play action, here's Dak. He'll let this go for Pickens. And that is incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there, and it'll bring up second down.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I would be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Foye Oluokun with the play. Third down and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt. as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at the 25. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw is Lawrence. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
On the ground, here's Etienne. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. That's good for a Jaguar. First down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do. Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is first down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early first down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike, touchdown, field goal. But either way, I'm coming away with points. And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
And he'll be taken down, let's call it the 7-yard line. And here comes 3rd and goal. Lawrence. And he'll take it on in. Brian Thomas. Touchdown, Jaguars. And before the try, remember, it is a touchdown. All scoring plays are reviewed, so replay will confirm this one before we do anything else. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it. and it stays on the board. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down at the 45. Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, there to stop him. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Here's Prescott. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. The screen works for 10 yards and a 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. A gain there of 11. 1st down, Cowboys. So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? From the shotgun, it's Dak. He's got it at the 3. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line.
And he will dive into the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a two-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Cowboys are able to cut into the deficit. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Washington now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Jaguars offense ready to take over once again. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. To throw is Lawrence. To the outside, catch made by Brown. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Play action now. It's Lawrence. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a third down.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Punting unit comes on. Jaguars will kick it away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. Now a fair catch, and he'll take it at about the 24-yard line. The Cowboys offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll start out first down and 10. Here's Ferguson on the tight end screen. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face second down and 7. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. Prescott now. He'll let this go for Pickens. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
I can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right, and I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter. Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for fourth down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, The better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense.
Here's 2nd and 2. Prescott again. To the outside. Catch made by Pickens. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
He'll let this go for Pickens. Wow, out of bounds, inside the 10. It's 1st and goal. A big play and a much-needed one as well.
This correlation between scoring points in the NFL is your ability to generate explosive plays. And oftentimes, the best explosive plays in the passing game happen when the quarterback is outside the pocket, and great example of it here.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And they'll get him down right around the 5-yard line.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his...
And he will score! Game on! Jalen Tolbert, touchdown Dallas. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
All right, so the Cowboys set to go for 2. To the air again. Prescott.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but their execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Washington now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jags offense getting set to get back to work. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. Slot man in motion left. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. They go play action for Lawrence. He runs with it. Trevor avoids the hit, takes a slide, but also picks up a first down. It's a first down and a gain of 13. Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's ETN. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Once again, it's ETN. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5. Lawrence on the draw, it's ETN. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. This run straight ahead for ETN. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to an E. So it is a win for our visitors, the Jaguars. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Arlington.